Where to find Spotify playlist curators. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 2 ways you can go about it, and you can choose what works best for you. For me, the ideal thing I focus on is what saves me the most time, because as an artist, there's a lot I'm doing in terms of trying to figure out how to survive, because my art is not paying me as yet, and also staying consistent, being creative. So I try to minimize as much time as possible where I can, and this is one of the ways. The first method I would like to share with you guys is using Spotify as a search tool. So what you do is get into the Spotify platform, you go to the search bar, and then you can type in an artist name, say Drake, right? And then it will bring you some options. Right below the search bar, there are some tabs that open up, some like tablets, and one of them is playlists. So you click on playlists, and then what you'll be looking for is independent playlist curators. Of course, there are going to be some created by Spotify, as you can see here, and probably some created by Drake. Here you can see Drake collection, but we are going to be focused on those that are created by independent curators. So let's take a look at Jack Tran. Here you can see he has 40 songs on his playlist. He has 2008 likes. But the one thing that I don't like about using this particular method is that many curators do not add a description. In the description, for those who add, you find that they'll put in probably the genres that you can expect in the playlist, maybe the artists that you can also expect in the playlist, and for some, you'll probably find the contact details. But I feel like because it's illegal for these curators to charge artists to add their music to their playlists, you find many of them not adding their contact details because it doesn't really add any value unless someone is just interested in tapping into new music. Now, that is one way you can go about it. You can just try different ways. You come in here, if you know the name of the playlist you're looking for, you type it in here, and then you just go through each of them. You sift through each of them. But that is such a long-winded method. The second method that I'm going to show you is using a tool. This tool is called Playlist Supply. So in order to access Playlist Supply, you type in your browser playlistsupply.com, and it will bring you to a page where you need to buy a subscription. Yes, you have to pay for it. About $19.99 a month. But I want to show you why I think this is a valuable ad for artists. So here you can see on this page, we have a keyword search box. We have a drop-down menu here with different options of how to filter your results. Here, you can find playlists that have an email, playlists that have an Instagram handle added to their description or bio. Then you can find playlists that have their Twitter added as well. And then you can filter also by these options, which we shall cover in videos going forward. For now, I just want to show you what most music promotional channels talk about here, even on YouTube. You find they're like, in order to reach out to these playlist curators, you need to email them, find their emails. So we are going to focus on finding Spotify playlist curator emails. So the first thing you need to do is come and type in a keyword. Say you are maybe a pop artist, right? Let's say pop. So you type in pop. And then click email. And then you click search. Now here you can see that it's searching. And the playlists are going to populate down here. As you can see, they have already started. These playlists populate for quite some time. As you can see here, the entries are still adding, they're increasing. Now I want to pull your focus to the email section here. These are the data points that are provided by this tool. Name, followers, tracks, track popularity, last modified, owner, links, social, and email. Because we're searching for Spotify playlist curators that have emails in their descriptions, it's going to bring the emails here. And you can see how many emails here are populated. How much time have you saved yourself by buying this tool or by subscribing to this tool? I bet you it would take you probably even more than a week to get all these emails if you were using the first method I showed you. Here it's direct. This tool is a search engine for Spotify playlist curator contact details. Now I would like to leave you guys with a pro tip. If you are looking at playlists, say you've already purchased a subscription, the 3 things I would focus on when choosing a playlist to actually reach out to is 1, how recently it was modified. You wouldn't want to reach out to a playlist that was last modified 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Here you can see 872 days. That person is not going to reach back out to you. Why would they? They have forgotten about this playlist. Here you can see 595 days. That person is not reaching out to you. However, if you reach out to a playlist that has 3 days, that was last modified 3 days, that person is active, right? They will definitely reach out to you if they vibe with your music. They'll basically give you the next steps to follow. If you're going to send your music, if you're going to have a conversation, maybe they deny, but it allows you to save time on searching through different playlists and then trying to figure out when was this last modified, right? So that's the first thing I would focus on. The second thing is the track popularity, right? So track popularity is how many of those tracks are by popular artists. Here, if a playlist has a high track popularity, that could play to your advantage, but also it means that your song would probably be put among the songs at the bottom, because what is going to attract people to play a playlist is the fact that there is a long list of songs that they recognize. And if yours is not one of them, probably isn't, then it's really not going to benefit the playlist curator to add you, right? So that's another thing to take note of. The third thing is the tracks, the number of tracks. You wouldn't want to be put on a playlist that has 200 songs, because you're going to disappear in all those options, right? Because I bet you there's so many popular artists on that playlist. You are literally a nobody, and they would listen to you in passing, probably not pay your song attention. So try to gauge which playlist can work for you. Maybe you want to go for a playlist that has less than 100 songs. That would be a good option. Maybe less than 50. You just set your standard and go with that. The last tip I would like to leave you with is, in order to save more time, if you want to look at the playlists that were most recently modified first without having to go through all the options, here I don't even know if it has stopped. You can see it has 338 entries. That's a lot of entries to go through in order to find how many of them were recently modified. Now, there may be plenty. There are probably plenty. But wouldn't you give a little more for the option to actually filter them based on how recently they were modified? You can do that by just clicking this. Here it's showing from those that have been modified a long time ago to those that were modified more recently. However, if you click this option again, it will now show from the most recently modified to the ones that were modified a long time ago. So here you see 0 days. 0 days means that it was modified in the last few hours. And that is the ideal playlist you want to reach out to. Very active, and they are probably going to be also active on their emails. So that is one way to go about finding this information even quicker. And you can see on the right hand side here, we are seeing all these sweet options for email outreach. And I bet you would appreciate that. So let me know in the comment section if this is a tool that interests you. Going forward, we are going to be talking about it, and I hope that you are here for it. Subscribe for more videos like this. We talk about music marketing, music business, music promotion. I'll see you guys in the next one.